The most dangerous emptiness is the one that doesn't look like emptiness. It looks like a normal life. You wake up, you work, you reply to messages, you smile at the right time, so nobody checks on you, not even you. But if you stay until the end of this video, this is the kind of pain people don't notice, because you can still function with it. You can carry emptiness into meetings. You can bring it to dinner. You can hide it behind jokes. You can dress it nicely. You can even post it online with a good caption, and people will call you strong. But sometimes, strong just means you have become very good at disappearing without making noise. Most people think emptiness means their life is missing something. More money, more friends, more success, more love, more achievement. So they add more. More goals, more plans, more noise, more scrolling, more things to prove. But what if emptiness is not caused by what is missing from you, life? What if emptiness is caused by what is missing from you? Because you can fill your life with everything and still leave yourself out of it.
The hardworking one, the funny one, the calm one, the successful one, the one who never asks for too much, the one who says, "I'm fine," before anyone gets uncomfortable. And slowly, that version became your costume. You wore it so long, people started calling it your personality. But a costume can be praised. A costume can be loved. A costume can be successful. The only thing a costume cannot do is feel alive. This is the trade nobody warns you about. You trade honesty for approval. You trade curiosity for practicality. You trade rest for importance. You trade play for productivity. You trade your real voice for a voice that sounds safer. And the world rewards you for it. That is the cruel part. The world may reward the version of you that is slowly killing you. It may give you compliments for your prison. You're so disciplined. You're so mature. You're so strong. You're doing so well. But deep inside, something whispers, if I'm doing so well, why do I feel so far away from myself?
Hollowness is not always sadness. Sometimes it is distance. Distance from your own feelings. Distance from your own body. Distance from your own desires. Distance from your own truth. You are there, but not fully. You hear people talking, but part of you is somewhere else. You look at your life and think, this should be enough. But your nervous system quietly answers, enough for who? Because maybe you didn't build a life around what you wanted. Maybe you built a life around what would stop people from worrying, judging, questioning, or leaving. And now the life works, but it does not breathe.
So you do what modern humans do. You numb. Not dramatically, quietly. You eat when you are not hungry. You buy things for a version of you that will never be satisfied. You keep busy so silence cannot catch you. You chase goals so you don't have to feel grief. Sometimes productivity is just avoidance with a calendar. Sometimes ambition is just pain wearing a suit. Sometimes I'm busy means I am scared of what I might feel if I stop. Then one day, something small breaks you. Not a disaster, not a tragedy, something tiny. A Sunday evening, a song you forgot you loved, a child laughing without trying, a quiet drive home, a birthday that feels strangely heavy, and suddenly the emptiness rises to the surface. Not because that moment caused it, but because that moment revealed it. The emptiness was already there, waiting for your life to get quiet enough to be heard. But here is the part most people misunderstand. Emptiness is not your enemy. It is not trying to ruin your life. It is trying to interrupt the performance before the performance becomes your whole existence. It is the part of you that refuses to clap for a life you never chose. It is the alarm inside your soul saying, something here is not true. Not everything, but something. Maybe the way you work is not true. Maybe the way you love is not true. Maybe the way you smile is not true. Maybe the dream you keep chasing was never yours. Maybe the person everyone likes is not the person who needs to be saved.
So the question is not, how do I stop feeling empty? The better question is, what truth have I been avoiding? Maybe you don't need a new life. Maybe you need one honest hour inside the life you already have. 1 hour without performing. 1 walk without noise. 1 page where you write what you actually feel. 1 conversation without pretending. 1 prayer without asking for anything. 1 moment where you stop managing how you look and start noticing what is real. You don't return to yourself all at once. You return in small acts of honesty. Every time you tell the truth, the hollow space gets smaller. Every time you stop performing, something inside you comes back.
You return to yourself in small acts of honesty.
Maybe your emptiness is not saying your life is worthless. Maybe it is saying, this life is missing you. Maybe the goal is not to become more impressive. Maybe the goal is to become real again. Real enough to feel joy. Real enough to feel grief. Real enough to want what you actually want. Real enough to stop clapping for your own cage. Because the saddest thing is not failing at life. The saddest thing is succeeding at a life that was never yours. So, if your life looks fine but feels hollow, don't ignore the emptiness. Listen to it. It may be the last honest part of you trying to bring you home.